Long days and pleasant nights, fellow travelers along the path of the beam. I am known on this level of the tower as Jaime and Fuego, and if it please you, join me here for a little palaver on Hail to Stephen King. That's right, the show that is done twice weekly, every terrifying Tuesday, every scarific Saturday. Now, recently we had to switch some things up here and there because we were covering the Phoenix Film Festival, but we are back to our regular schedule going forward. So, thank you so very much for joining me here on The Horror Show for this program that I oh so adore, oh so very much. And as you can see by every book beside me, I love me some Sai King. He is my favorite author. He is a guy that I just adore discussing constantly, and 2017 was a mark-shed year for Stephen King, and it's really looking like 2019 is shaping up to be much of the same. So here is the question, everyone. To remake or not to remake? Yes, that is the question, right? And we have a Pet Sematary remake, which has been in development for a little bit. Now, we had the directors announced, which I actually got quite excited about. It is the team behind, in my opinion, a criminally underseen film called Starry Eyes, which honestly scared me, genuinely. It's about an actress who is trying her damnedest to get her big break in the cutthroat nastiness that is Hollywood. We know about all the Harvey Weinstein shizzle. This movie takes it so much further than you would ever imagine in a horrific, genuinely scary vein. I love that movie. I urge everybody to seek it out and see it. And it was the vision behind that movie that gave me faith in the Pet Sematary remake. Now look, it's been, by the time this allegedly comes out, it's dated for April 19, 2019. Yeah. That's pretty funny, isn't it? Of course, 2019 would be a big year for the King. 19. But yeah, you see, that's the thing. I'm okay with remaking this film. And I know there were a lot of people that were upset with the idea of remaking Carrie. Bad idea. And they remade it again, too. Jeez. But, you know, look at the It remake, for instance, you know? I had my problems with it, but I did really, really enjoy it as a new interpretation of the source material, and I'm kind of thinking that's the way they're gonna go about with this new film as well. And so the reason that we're kind of previewing this Pet Sematary remake is because of the fact that this week it was announced by The Hollywood Reporter that it looks like they've got their guy. Talks are it's looking like it's gonna happen, that we're gonna have Jason Clarke playing Dr. Lewis Creed. Now, I love this casting. I really do. I think that it's a damn good idea. He's impressive in more like soft dramatic stuff, like All I See Is You, but he can also be a badass, you know, like in Zero Dark 30 and stuff. I think the guy is an incredibly talented Australian actor, and when I look at him, I see how he can fall into the madness that is, you know, that is Creed as he starts, you know, as he loses his child and all these different things and stuff. I can see him on the downward spiral, you know, making the crazy descent and stuff, and I actually think this is really dope casting. And I think one of the toughest things that they're gonna have is like replacing, you know, the dude from The Munsters did a hell of a job, and I mean, I don't know, also finding like the proper kid is really, really to play Gage, because that little dude from from Kindergarten Cop, boys have penis and girls have vaginas, yeah, that little dude did a immensely impressive job. I can't even believe the kind of performance that they got out of him. Now, I know some people talk smack about, oh, he was like a little doll the way that he was, you know, going around with the cane and the hat and stuff like that. I thought it was genuinely creepy because of the fact that you saw how just sweet and innocent he was, and then he's just doing these dastardly, horrible things. There is a slight element of cheese, though, to certain parts of Pet Sematary. But, I mean, they have a tall order to fill. I think it is genuinely Stephen King's scariest story that he ever wrote. There's a reason why he locked it in a drawer for a few years after he put it together. He was like, this is effed up. I don't think there's no silver lining like I often have in my stories, so maybe this is not fit for release. This doesn't really reflect my sensibilities quite as well. I mean, King often has nice, like, at least some glimmer of hope in his novels, and it's really only his anthology stuff where he really goes all out with like a hardcore, like depressing, like holy crap, you know, that's messed up kind of ending. And so I think that's why he just kind of knew. Thank the Lord he eventually put it out, because I mean, it's part of the holy trinity for me that is Pet Sematary, The Stand, and It. I I always say those are his 3 best novels. Everything from there is debatable. You know, obviously the Tower novels are right behind, and Salem's Lot, and you know, I mean, for me, unsung stuff like you know, Doomakey and Revival. But you know, yeah, I'm fine with this. It'll have been 30 years, as I mentioned, since the Mary Lambert film, and while I mean, once again, tall order to fill, but I'm curious about, you know, what they can do. Casting Zelda, though, and how much they actually feature her is going to be a biggie for me, because personally, I think that was the scariest part of the original Pet Sematary movie. I still remember watching that alone one night when I was like a teenager, and it's late at night, I'm in my dark room, and I've got my little TV in my bedroom, and I'm just like sitting like this, like, oh my god. I'm like looking around and stuff, and you know, I hear like a creak, and I'm just like, oh my god, Zelda's up in the... Crazy, crazy babies, man, I tell you. So, yeah, Jason Clarke, what do you guys think about the Jason Clarke casting? I think it's pretty dope. I'm actually on board with this, provided everything goes through. Yeah, Tasha Yar was a pretty good wife, though. So, I mean, all of the other pieces are going to be, you know, very important to making this, like, a successful adaptation. But at least from what we're hearing thus far, Starry Eyes directors, along with Jason Clarke presumably going to star as Creed at this point, that, I mean, Hollywood Reporter was saying it looks pretty much like a done deal, and he just hasn't signed on the dotted line. And so, yeah, there you have it, guys. That is a cool casting announcement. But the other casting announcement that I want to cover here, as we do just a little bit more preview action, is for September 6, 2019, the film that we're going to be getting later on next year, and that's Chapter 2 of It. There were some real exciting casting announcements that just came out this week about that as well. Jessica Chastain had been rumored for a while to be playing grown-up Bevy, and once again, tall order to fill, because I thought the girl who played the young Beverly in the new It adaptation, she killed it, man. She really did. Aside from the damsel in distress Sleeping Beauty crap that they did with her at the end, I thought every single bit of her character was pure perfection, and just the epitomization and representation of the source material's character just to a T. She was T stands for terrific. And so, yes, Jessica Chastain from Mama. She has this history, you know, with Andy and his sister. And so, yeah, she's apparently playing adult Bevy. That is confirmed. And Andy Muschietti is also returning to direct this, and, you know, working with the same guy who did a polish on Cary Fukunaga's original script. I've read Cary's script, and it's actually... I don't know, it's what we got in the finished product wasn't really that far off from Cary's initial vision, which really makes me curious about how the script is going to work for this adult version of It. I guarantee it's going to make a lot of money, but I don't think it's going to be as beloved as the original with just the kids. I know there's going to be flashbacks and all that stuff, but personally, I don't think it's going to be as well received, but they're heading in a good direction with Chastain, and also with the other 2 leads that came out just this past week as well. Yeah, they're talking my dream pick for Stuttering Bill All Grown Up. I did a preview video last September where I was talking about this, and I had my dream casting. So you guys can go back here in the Hail to Stephen King archives and find it. And yeah, guys, I gotta say, I love the idea of James McAvoy as Stuttering Bill. You know, chrome dome him, just like make it like accurate, like in the book, you know, where he's like balding and stuff, and or just total chrome dome, whatever. So I think that's an awesome idea. So pair him as Bill, Jessica Chastain as Bevy, and then the other one is, I guess, Mr. Finn Wolfhard. And it looks like his dream casting is happening. He said in various interviews, because they kept asking the kids when they were on the promotion tour, they're like, who do you want to play you grown up? Who do you want to play you grown up? I still really want Chris Pratt as Ben. I don't think it's going to happen. But yeah, they're saying Bill Hader as Trash Mouth. Yeah. As Mr. Richie Tozier. You know, beep Richie. Why didn't anybody say that besides It? And where was that in the original film? Maybe we'll get that in Chapter 2, but gotta say, I'm cool with this casting. Now, I think it's a little bit more on the old side, personally. I was, my pick, I mean, yeah, my pick of Paul Dano, I really still stand by that, but maybe he's a little younger in the tooth. But, I mean, hey, Bill Hader showed with the Skeleton Twins, I think it was, the one that he did with, the girl from Bridesmaids, and who was also Kristen Wiig, yeah. So that showed, personally for me, that he has the ability to stretch himself dramatically and stuff, but he's also, you know, quick with the quips and, you know, sharp on his feet and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I'm cool with this casting. It's not my dream casting. I still can't believe with McAvoy being Bill. It's just badass, man. I totally see it. But I'm really wondering what direction they're going to go with fleshing out the remainder of the Losers Club all grown up. Are they going to keep going for big names? Are we going to see some smaller actors in there? I don't know. I'm kind of curious. What do you guys think? What was your dream casting for these roles? Maybe you should say that in the comments below. But yeah, this is slated for the 6th of September 2019. So yes, the year of 19 is going to be big STDK fans. It's going to be ginormous, badass, rad status. Yes, that's what I just coined, that phrase. So I got to extend a grande gracias to everybody who was tuning into this segment of Hail to Stephen King, where we did a little preview action, talking some casting and stuff like that. Jason Clarke, most notably, for the Pet Sematary remake. I'm stoked about that casting. I think that that is really righteous. So for people who are watching this in a timely manner, as in checking this out like here in the month of April, yes, the reason that we have Christine up there is because of the fact that I am currently rereading Christine for a new monthly book club thing that I'm doing. So on the first Saturday of every month is when I'm going to announce what the book is that we're going to be going through together. And then on the last Saturday of every month is when I'm going to just do a review and discussion with all of you about it. And I'm actually thinking I might do it live, yeah, because I have the monthly segment of Hail to Stephen King, and I think that that would be really cool for just interactive purposes, and then we can all just kind of, you know, chime in and give our thoughts and stuff like that. I think that that would be pretty cool. What do you guys think of the live final Saturday of the month being the book club thing, and we can all interact? Let me know in the comments below as well. I have been Jaime Fuego, your host here through the realm of all the different layers of Mr. Stevie K. You can find me on all social media sectors: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTubies, just at Jaime Fuego, just like you are seeing it spelled below. And I appreciate all of the support and, you know, just a constant viewership here on Hail to Stephen King. Make sure if you like and share this video to do it with the hashtag Hail to Stephen King. It is supremely appreciated, peeps. Make sure to ring that bell so that you have all of the updates when these new episodes go up, as well as everything else we do here on the channel. We like to consider ourselves the most prolific horror YouTube channel because of the fact that we do at least 2 episodes a day, sometimes 3, whether it's trailer reactions, movie reviews. Got a ton of awesome coverage out of the International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival during the Phoenix Film Festival. I saw 22 features and 26 shorts. Bam! Yeah, my mind, and that was in 10 days, so my mind was like movie madness of mush here at the end of it, but I'm really stoked to be gearing up for Phoenix Comic-Con and getting back to regular coverage here on Hail. So until the Wheel of Ka comes around once more, hasta luego, sin amigos and constant readers. Your patronage is greatly appreciated, and until we meet once more, remember, stay scared and read Stephen King. Especially Pet Sematary, because if you haven't, holy shnikes.